Thanks for tuning in to the Suburban Toronto Real Estate Sales Report. I'm Debbie Gonin-Braun from Team Gonin at RE/MAX About Town. At Team Gonin, we specialize in residential real estate in the Oakville, Milton, and Burlington, Ontario areas. Today I'm going to discuss the latest sales results for these three areas. Just a reminder that I use information from two sources, the Oakville, Milton, and District Real Estate Board, or OMDREB, and the Realtors Association of Hamilton, Burlington, Hamilton Board when compiling my statistics. The March highlights are as follows. The real estate market continues to remain slower, with all three towns or cities showing a decrease in sales year over year. There were 953 total sales reported on the Oakville board for the month of March, which is down 5.17% from March 2010. There were 1,395 total sales reported on the Hamilton board, and this is down 2.5% from March last year, but it is up 30.37% from last month. New listing inventory has started to increase on OMDREB, with 1,412 new residential listings appearing on the Oakville Milton board for the month of March, and the number of new residential listings that were reported on the Hamilton board for March was 2,217, up 16.26% over March last year. The average and median sale prices in Oakville, Milton, and Burlington are all showing increases over March last year, and some are amongst the highest seen since 2008. The real estate market for 2011 has definitely started off on a tremendous start. I've used charts to compare results for each town and city. Again, just a reminder that I'm not only comparing this year's results to last year, but I'm also reviewing those back to 2008. In the chart, the blue color is sales in Oakville in 2008, the gold in 2009, the red in 2010, and the green are for this year. For March, the results show that residential sales are down by about 5.8% from last year, but up 54.2% from the numbers sold in 2009. The average sale price in Oakville for March was $572,909, and this is 5.3% higher than it was in March last year. As I always mention, I like to look at the median price because to me it's a truer indicator of price as it's the number that sits right in the middle of all sales. Therefore, it isn't really skewed by one or two really high or low sales. The median price for Oakville for the month of March was $504,000, up 6.9% from last year, and is amongst the highest we've seen in the last 4 years. Like the other two towns, the number of residential sales in Milton for the month of March was down 4% from March last year. Milton's residential average price for March was $409,207, and this is up 6% from last year. $374,500 was the median price in Milton for the month of March, up by 2.3% year over year, and the highest seen so far this year. Like Oakville and Milton, Burlington sales are down year over year, with 342 residential sales taking place in March, and this is down by about 4.5% when compared to March last year. The average sale price in Burlington for March was $413,307, up just under 10%, 9.8%. Over March last year, and as you can see from the chart, it's the third highest average price we've seen since May 2008. The median price in Burlington was $372,406, which is up 6.5% over March last year, and again is amongst the highest we've seen in the last few years. So what conclusions can we draw from these results? Well, the real estate market in these areas is definitely off to a great start. And although the number of sales are down when compared to 2010, the average and median prices in all three areas have increased. New listing inventory is starting to increase again, but is still substantially lower than it has been in previous years. We are definitely in a more balanced market. However, we're still seeing multiple offers for homes that are priced very realistically and show well. As I mentioned last month, I don't think we're going to see the rate hikes originally expected in 2011. Interest rates are exceptionally low, and I predict they will continue to be. Also, affordability remains in check, so I would expect that growth for 2011 will be slower than we've seen in the latter part of 2009 and 2010, and I would predict that sale prices will increase by the end of the year by about 3%. The number of sales will trend upwards, but again, I would expect nowhere near the volumes that we have experienced in previous years. As I mentioned, the real estate market is off to a great start, and I would predict that overall 2011 will be a strong and balanced real estate market. What to do next? Well, if you're a buyer that's looking to buy a home within the next few months, I would recommend that you attend one of our latte and learning sessions where we offer free home buyer workshops. It's absolutely critical that you understand what the market is doing and what advantages there are for you. Not only will you have a great cup of coffee, but at the workshop you'll learn about the entire buying process as we discuss all the details from start to finish, and we have presentations by all sorts of people involved in the process. The Home Buyer Workshop can be found under the Buyers tab at the top of our blog site, www.suburbantorontorealestate.com. If your plans involve buying a home in the future, let's say within the next 6 to 12 months, I would recommend that you start to get home lists sent to you free by email. This way you can learn and watch to see for yourself what the real estate market is doing. Again, if you go under the Buyers tab on the blog site, you can select which home lists you would like to receive. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in to the Suburban Toronto Real Estate Sales Report for Oakville, Milton, and Burlington, Ontario. My name is Debbie Gonin-Braun from Team Gonin at RE/MAX About Town. Have a wonderful day.